She has thrilled people around the world with her voice, but when she retired from the Metropolitan Opera after 20 years as a principal artist, it was just a short intermission. Her second act has been even more impressive. When the curtain goes up at the magnificent California Theater, it is thanks largely to one of this area's greatest talents, the General Director for Opera San Jose, the incomparable Miss Irene Dalis.
My father, during my childhood, had money only for music and books, and he insisted that each one of his 5 children took music lessons. They had an instrument of their choice. My choice was music. It was piano. My first teacher was my own sister, who was 15 years older than I. And my father's idea of a nice evening at home would have his 5 children entertain him. We didn't have TVs then. So no, music played a big role in our household.
Born in San Jose and raised on Delmas Avenue, Dalis has fond memories of growing up in the Santa Clara Valley.
I want you to know it was lovely. There were so many orchards, you know. We had fruit orchards all over. It was a beautiful valley. When I was here, I was born in 1925. There's no secret. So I was brought up during the Depression years, and it was a town. It was a friendly town, and there was a lot of hustle and bustle down on First Street. First Street was a real downtown. I can't say it was a cultural mecca, but we had the best schools, and music was vitally important. All in grammar school already, there was an orchestra. In grammar school, in junior high school, there was an orchestra, a glee club. I mean, music was part of it. And then I went to San Jose High, and at San Jose High, their music department had a cappella choir, a community choir, a double quartet, a madrigal group, plus the orchestra, plus the band. I mean, music played a role.
Dalis would go on to graduate from San Jose State and earn her music degree with a double major in voice and piano. Singing had always been secondary. Her career path had already been decided by her father. His daughter was to become a music teacher. However, with the financial help of her older sister Marge, Dalis went to New York and earned a master's degree from Columbia University. The young musician's talent was simply undeniable, and she was honored with a Fulbright Award in 1951 to study voice in Milan. Luck, timing, and an overriding brilliance have always been a part of the Dalis saga. She sang leading roles with Oldenburg Opera for 2 years and 2 more years with the Berlin Opera. However, it was the legendary Sir Rudolph Bing who first recognized her unique gifts.
Rudolph Bing of the Metropolitan Opera heard me sing in Milano 4 years before he hired me. He heard me when I was still a student. And the day he heard me sing was the second day of 2 days of auditions that he was hearing in Milano. And the day before I performed, the accompanist for the auditions was ill, and they called me and asked me if I would mind accompanying the auditions. Sure, I play the piano better than I sing, of course. So I did play the auditions. Then it was my turn the next day, and I did my few arias, and he came up to the stage and he said, "Do you do the judgment scene from Aida?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, you played it yesterday." I said, "Well, yes." He said, "Would you come back this afternoon and read it for me?" I said, "Of course I will," because I had learned way early with Edith Walker, that first teacher I studied with in New York, had said, "Opportunity always comes, my dear. The point is you have to be prepared, and you're going to be asked to do something, and as you're being asked to do it, you're going to think, oh, I can't do that, but you're going to say, of course I'll do that, and then go figure out how you're going to do it."
What followed was a 20-year career at the Met, singing some of the most coveted roles in opera and performing with some of the most talented people in the world.
I had the good fortune to be on stage with most of the greatest singers of my time when they made their debut at the Metropolitan. I was the Brangäne to Birgit Nilsson's Isolde, for instance. I was there for Leontine Price and Franco Corelli when they made their debuts in Il Trovatore. I was the Azucena. When Placido Domingo had his first performance at the Met in, Adriana Lecouvreur, I was Princess de Bouillon.
Dalis returned to her hometown in 1977, where she served as a full professor of music following an appointment by the president of San Jose State University. Within 7 years, the opera program at State produced such a large number of career entry-level performers that Miss Dalis was able to establish a professional regional company, Opera San Jose.
I think the plan was this girl must have an international career in opera so that she will return home and start an opera company. I firmly believe that. I believe that's what I was supposed to do because it all kind of fell in place.
What started as the San Jose State University Opera Workshop eventually became Opera San Jose, with extraordinary volunteer help from Friends of the Opera. Initially, they performed at the Montgomery Theater. However, following the restoration of the California Theater, the company began performing in a new home in 2004. Along the way, Dalis has created artist-in-residence programs that provide free housing for the performers by purchasing apartment buildings in San Jose. In turn, those musicians are involved in a number of local outreach programs like Opera in a Box that introduce school children to opera.
2 singers go to a school with one of our coach pianists, and they have 15 sessions in the school. After 15 sessions, the whole class, or 4 classes combined, it's up to the principal to decide how many will be involved, put on their own opera. They write the story, they write the libretto, our people choose the music, our people stage it. The students make their costumes, they make their props, they make their sets, and they put on their own little opera. And I attend them, and I have to tell you, I still, when those children come out and take their final bows, I can't help it. I tear up. They are so proud of themselves. And I am so grateful they know about something called opera.
She has referred to herself as a prune picker from San Jose. But because of talent, drive, and ability, over the course of her singing career, she has performed in every major opera house from Naples to San Francisco. Irene Dalis has starred in Verdi, Wagner, and Richard Strauss. But her greatest role has been keeping opera flourishing in her own hometown.